getting started. Finger on trigger with aim on a target. I'm shooting my shot, yeah. It's right on no money, no discount, no bargain. Hearing them calling. The clock is ticking, we cannot be stalling. We pulling up harder. Hey, one shot, one chance, I gotta go all in. You know what it is, I gotta get it. You know what it is, I'm bound to win it. You know what it is. You know what it is. You know what it is. You know what it is, I gotta get it. You know what it is, get down to business. You know what it is. You know what it is. Hang time check, hang time we. Hang time check, hang time we up. Gotta stay up, way up. Just cut it up on a rematch. First time won't be last. It's the beginning, we just got started. 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 It's the beginning, we just got. It's the beginning, we just got started. Hey, back at it, I'm back to it. I been in, but not last to it. I gotta go all the way with it. Full send, I can't have to it. With a hit set, gotta tattoo it. I'm going in with an attitude. I can't pass when I'm passing through.
It's going to be Navy. It's going to be Air Force. Women taking center stage here at the Smith Fitness Center. Game 2 of 4 today. Dan Hawkins, Joel Hines. The Navy men get out with a win against Air Force to improve to 2-1. And so a little different story, though, Joel, on the Navy side for the women. A tough start, 0-3 in this tournament, and they're facing a tough Air Force squad that's undefeated so far.
They are facing a very tough Air Force squad led by Shaq Wade and Phillips. But I look for Kira Wood on the Navy side to try to put her team on their back to make this a competitive game today.
Let's throw it out to the public address announcer.
Kaylin Emmel, Tierra Phillips, Doria McMillan, and Shakira Wade. Give it up for the visiting team, Air Force women. For the home team, our Navy women, number 21, Angela Myers. Number 2, Kira Wood. Number 22, Ariel Thomas. Number 20, Ebony Nelm Shivers. And number 15, Erica Tallman. That is our home team for game number 2. We also have officiants in the building. We have Nini, Simone, and Dominique. Give it up for those officiants. Let's get ready to play ball.
So we're about set for Air Force and Navy. And Air Force wearing the gray unis today. Sierra Winters gets the call as the point guard. Kaylin Emmel back in the lineup. She missed the second half of yesterday's game. Tierra Phillips also in there as well. And in the front court, Shaq Wade and Daisha McMillan for James Lewis, the head coach. Usual starting lineup for Serena Brumfield and Navy. Kira Wood is in there at guard, as well as Angela Myers. And a backcourt, Erica Tallman, Ariel Thomas, and Ebony Nelms Shivers. So, Joel, away we go with Air Force and Navy. Navy coming off a loss yesterday against the Marine Corps. And Air Force beat Army 66-46 in what we really thought coming in was going to be the matchup of the day in that women's game. And Air Force came in and they started strong and finished strong against Army.
They did, and they have established themselves and, you know, pulled away from the rest of the pack on the women's side. They're a very good team, athletic team led by Shakira Wade and Tierra Phillips. So Navy's going to have to do a great job of keeping this game competitive throughout.
Air Force, as McMillan takes the shot, beat Navy 73-34 in their first matchup, as that one in and out for Emmel. But Joel, it was an 11-0 run to start the game for Air Force in that one. 17 points for Tierra Phillips. Good defense all along. It was a 26-point game at the half. Navy gonna have to do a lot of things different today.
Yes, And it's important that Kira Wood stays on the floor, doesn't get in foul trouble. She's a key piece for this Navy squad. But right now, still have a tie ball game.
Kara Phillips knocks it away.
Keep an eye on the athleticism of Air Force, especially Phillips and Wade.
And a foul, Tallman. And that's going to put Phillips at the free throw line here, just underway at the Smith Fitness Center. Day 4 of this 2024 Armed Forces Championships. Phillips, 16 points against Army yesterday, and she misses the first one. If there was a hole in her game yesterday, she was 0 for 3 from the free throw line.
She starts 0 for 1 today, so hopefully she can get back on track from the charity stripe.
Connects there. That's the first point of the game. The former Dayton Flyer. Kira Wood gives the ball to Myers. They'll do most of the ball handling, will Wood and Myers. Myers stops and pops, and Navy gets the bucket.
We call Myers the wily old vet, and she gives Navy the lead from the foul line jumper. Rolls in for
Immel can't connect, and it's Ebony Nelm Shivers down with the rebound. Sarita Brumfield told me before the game, like she has basically every game of this tournament, she's like, I just need my ladies to compete for 40 minutes, show that pride that we have.
Yes, Navy is very capable, especially led by Wood. And look for Navy to play through and to her today as she drains the three from the left wing.
With the shot clock under 5, Wood had 21 points. She had 5 triples yesterday in that loss to the Marine Corps. Myers with not a good foul there. She hacked the arm. And that'll be her first, team second.
She's one of the top three-point shooters in this tournament on the women's side. Has range.
Immel.
Great flash from the baseline out-of-bounds play with the left-handed finish by Immel.
That's her first bucket in a couple days. She left the game yesterday after being hit in the face and did not return. Good to see her back in the lineup.
Absolutely. You took the words right out of my mouth. Great to see her back in the lineup.
And a takeaway, but a kickball whistle. And Navy will keep possession of the basketball here. Wood to inbound. And how about Ebony Nim Silvers? And I would say Sarita Brimfield's getting her wish so far in the early going. Navy playing strong here. It's 7-3. And there's a steal by Myers.
Not only is Navy competing, they're converting. They're playing hard. They're getting buckets, getting stops on defense, forcing turnovers. And they're doing a great job here early on.
Winters with the block shot. She had a nice game yesterday, leading that Air Force offense.
One thing to watch on the out-of-bounds plays, whether baseline or sideline, Navy likes to screen for Wood coming back in.
Myers guarded up top by Immel. Ariel Thomas has been a bright spot for Navy as well in this tournament.
Yes, Navy will need multiple ladies to step up. Someone outside of Wood, we know she'll show up. Myers, Thomas, the list goes on for contributors on the Navy side.
Quick timeout on the floor called by James Lewis and Air Force. Navy with the 4-point lead will step aside.
Elevate, level up, way to the top, headed to the peak. All them boys wanna talk, hit them on the low.
Quick start by the Navy women here at 6:40 to play in the opening quarter. A 4-point lead for Navy, but Tiara Phillips has something to say about that right away. She's got 3 quick points here, and it's a 2-point game.
Aggressive move coming out of that timeout, straight to the rack, finishes on the layup.
Nelm Shivers working against McMillan, and Ariana Henderson, the former Georgia Bulldog, into the lineup for the first time for Navy this afternoon. And Katie Foote, another one of those wily old vets, checks into the lineup. Henderson down low. Follows her own shot, and then it's taken away. Air Force can tie or take the lead here. Winters. Phillips, check that. Wade, no. And it's Navy down with the rebound.
Navy showing well here at the beginning of the game. Unfortunate turnover there.
2-on-1. And Myers doing a good job defensively there. Air Force not able to put it in until Daisha McMillan ties up the game at the 5:25 mark.
And Winters, way to stay with it, unable to convert initially on the left-handed layup, gets the assist. And McMillan finishes.
Picked up by Wood. 3 ball on the way. It's good. How about that shot from Nelm Shivers?
Navy is coming out. Great to start the game. Great find by Wood to find Nelm Shivers in the left corner for the wide open 3 in rhythm.
Thomas picks up the foul. 3-point lead for Navy, as Danae Wilson going to come in for Navy. Whitney Williams and Catherine Hess for Air Force.
Navy just has to keep up their offensive execution, make sure they get things in rhythm. Basketball plays, if you don't have something, don't try to force it. Just move on to the next thing, and they're doing a great job at that right now.
Katie Foote works against Thomas, and on the arm. And Thomas now has picked up 2 quick fouls, and that's a little bit of a problem for Navy.
That will be a problem, especially against that athletic front line of Air Force, trying to defend Wade and Foote.
Katie Foote at the free throw line. The officials over here at the scoring tables, they try to work out not quite sure. Okay, so they're just figuring out the score here. So the first free throw on the way from Katie Foote misses. We'll try to figure out what happened with the score. Second one from Foote, it's good.
Navy was awarded a 3-point shot, and the ref came to the scorer's table saying it should have been a 2, so they took 1 point off the board, so Navy has 9 points now.
Okay, look at that, you're all over it.
Dan, I had a great teacher.
We'll keep you around. We'll keep you around. The scorer's table explaining that to Coach Bromfield as well. Kira Wood wants a 3. Her shot is so smooth.
It is. It looked good from here. Great form, great rotation. Shoots it with confidence.
Whitney Williams gets called for the foul. Scores 9-8. Navy with the stick advantage here. And what a shot from Danae Wilson.
And again, Danae Wilson was the inbound on the right sideline. She passes it into Wood, comes off the baseline screen. Wood finds her for the curl, and she finishes in the paint.
Katie Foote for three. Himmel there to try to get the putback. Navy swarming, though, on the glass, and they come out with the rebound. And Henderson's going to try to go all the way to the bucket, just can't finish.
Even though she didn't finish, I love what I'm seeing from Navy right now. They are competing. They're playing hard. They're not letting Air Force get into their rhythm. Navy's coming out strong right now.
And I have to imagine that this is the kind of competitive spirit that Serena Brumfield was hoping to see from her squad today.
Absolutely. Hopefully they can sustain this throughout the course of the game and not have any letdown. It'd be good for them to get in the winners column in this tournament.
Himmel at the free throw line for Air Force, and the first lieutenant out of Peterson Space Force Base, Colorado, hits. Career 112 games for Himmel at the Air Force Academy. 70% free throw shooter in college. And she's 2 out of 2 there.
Go Falcons.
1 point lead for Navy. Erica Tallman is back into the lineup for Navy as Henderson goes to the rack. Just can't finish, but I really like the energy she's bringing going inside the paint.
Absolutely, she's a slasher. Unfortunately, she was unable to finish, evading the defense close to the basket.
And that kind of interior positioning by Navy will help Kira Wood out too.
Absolutely.
Henderson tried to go in again. Tallman, though, able to come down with the rebound, and we're going to have a jump ball.
Henderson is getting to the rim. She just has to finish.
Navy with the inbound. Myers on the baseline, yes.
A little confusion there in the inbounds play, but Kira Wood makes a play by finding Myers with the drop-off.
3-point lead for Navy. Janae Shimondi lost the basketball. Goes out of bounds. And how about this for Air Force? Dallas Dobart is into the game. If you remember, she got hurt early. First game of this tournament, missed the last 2 games, so good to see her back on the floor for Air Force.
Yes, it is.
You know how hard all these athletes work to get here, so you don't want to miss time, but it's good to see her back.
A couple of weeks of trial camp, cuts, practices, installing offenses and defenses, and now we're here for the tournament.
And a whistle, and Navy not happy with that call. That was Ariana Henderson. That's going to be 2 quick fouls on her. So now both Myers and Henderson with 2 fouls. And that can hurt when you don't have a lot of depth.
Yes, and good job with Patricia Sands coming in and making an immediate impact, drawing the charge.
That was a turnover, a travel violation was called.
Air Force seems to be a little on their heels right now. Navy coming out a little better than they might have expected.
Myers and Martinez Sands, and finally a blocking call is fouled. Air Force trying to put pressure on those ball handlers for Navy.
And they're doing a good job right now.
2 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Danae Wilson, no. Henderson, no, with the rebound.
Henderson is very active right now. Good weak side offensive rebound, giving Navy another possession.
7 on the red clock. It's under 5 now. Kira Wood's going to have to hurry. Throws it up. And that is a rebound for Air Force. Hess quickly on the move. Patricia Sands No, Katie Foote tried the putback, and she's going to get fouled from behind. And if that's on Myers, we'll see if they call it on Tallman, and they do. So fortunate for Angela Myers right there. But guess what? That's 2 on Tallman right now. Let's take a look at that last replay.
Foote attacking the offensive glass, and Tallman is a post player that you do not want to lose or get in foul trouble if you're Navy. She's too valuable to her team on the interior.
Let's talk about the women's standings. And Air Force has been rolling through this tournament.
They have been rolling, and they're facing a winless Navy squad right now. Navy trying to earn their first victory. And right now, Navy is up. They're competing. They got coach's message. And it's a great first quarter so far for them.
Interesting, though, Army with 217 points. So we talk about the point differentials. That Army-Air Force matchup that will occur on Wednesday could be for a lot of pride.
Yes, Army has the nightcap tonight against the Marines, and they have 2 great guards in Waynes and Williams. Should be a very entertaining matchup.
Katie Foote at the free throw line. She was co-captain as a senior at the Air Force Academy for the Falcons. And she drops in both. Navy still with a 1-point lead. They've led throughout. Still a lot of game here. Wood. Baseline Tallman and a foul. She was fouled by Dobard.
And out of that timeout, that was a great, deliberate offensive possession, multiple passes, screens, working the ball, both sides. That's what Navy's going to have to do to stay in this game.
Erica Tallman played D1 ball at Northern New Mexico College as that one rolls in and out.
You have a lot of good college talent in this tournament on both sides, men's and women's.
She had a career-high 13 points against Panhandle State in her first ever college game, did Tallman.
With a minute left in the first quarter, Navy's going to have to take advantage of Wade and Phillips being on the bench. Let's see if they can get a bucket.
Fight for the loose ball.
4 bodies on the floor, both teams helping each other up. Again, it means something to all of these ladies and the men on both sides.
And Air Force brings it up floor. 40 seconds to play here in quarter number 1. That's Whitney Williams. Martinez Sands now in the paint.
Navy's defense is playing so well right now. They're either in a 3-2 zone or switching man-to-man. They're pointing their man. They're matched up. They really know what they want to do on the defensive end right now.
Kara Wood brings it into the front court for Navy, and she threw it away.
I understand Wilson was open there, but again, you're in the lead. You have the offensive possession. You could milk the clock, maybe the last shot. Now Air Force has a chance to maybe take the lead going into the second quarter.
April Kane Toledo comes in for Navy. Matched up against Martinez Sands. Toledo 4'11", shortest player in this tournament. And a foul by Toledo. And with 5+ fouls on Navy here in quarter number 1, Patricia Martinez Sands, the Airman First Class, who hails from Madrid, Spain, at the free throw line. She's an assistant coach at Southern Nevada It's in Las Vegas. College basketball coach. In and out. Katie Foote throws it up. Won't go, and that is going to do it for quarter number 1. But man, it was a fun first quarter. All knotted up at 13. Start of the second quarter. Dan Hawkins, Joel Hines with you from the Smith Fitness Center at Fort Moore, Georgia. Day 4 of this 2024 Armed Forces Basketball Championships. Got a good one so far here between Air Force and Navy, and a quick foul on Sierra Winters as Myers on the inbound in the backcourt draws the foul. But Navy has really shown up to play here this afternoon.
They really have shown up to play, and they're going to have to show up to play here in the second quarter as Air Force puts their starters back into the game. Unfortunately for Winters, she picks up a cheap foul 50 feet from the basket. You never want that.
3 players for Navy have 2 fouls apiece, and Toledo will find herself at the free throw line. That foul on Kaylin Immel. So Toledo has been scoreless in the tournament so far, but no more. Navy was 0 for 2 from the free throw line in quarter number 1. You see Toledo, the Guam native, stationed at NAS Oceana, Virginia, and a perfect 2 for 2, and Navy with a 2-point lead.
I like how Navy's pointing their man in the zone. That's what you do in a good matchup zone. Always know where the offensive player in your area is. Not necessarily guarding space, but still guarding a player.
Sierra Winters with the traveling violation. Air Force just has not looked sharp here through the first 10+ minutes.
They seem a little shocked that Navy has come out playing as well as they have. Coach Broomfield switching defenses.
Danae Wilson, and Winters with her second block of the game.
Apparently, even with that block, it went off on Winters, so Air Force regains possession.
Navy hold on to their 2-point lead, 9:11 to play here, second quarter. Phillips all the way to the cup. Shaq Wade down with the rebound. Immel wide open 3, yes.
Phillips really infiltrated that zone, missed the layup, but Wade was there on the offensive rebound and got the kick out to McMillan, who drains the 3.
7 points now for Immel. First lead of the game for Air Force. Sierra Winters wants a 3. And Navy down with the rebound. And Angela Myers says, let's reset here.
Absolutely. Want her team to relax, get under control, run something, and get a good shot like they did there from Henderson. Great job by the Wiley vet, Myers, getting her team set and under control, leading to the bucket.
You just can't put a premium on that kind of experience.
You need that on the floor. You need a floor general, someone, a coach on the floor to really be a leader.
Winters almost lost it. Phillips with a wide open look for three, and she airballed it.
By the looks of things, Dan, you would not know that Navy is 0-3 so far. They are playing extremely well, executing their game plan.
Kira Wood returns to the Navy lineup, and some might be surprised to say Navy had a lead in the second quarter, and Kira Wood would only have 3 points.
That's a great sign for Navy.
And Winters is going to pick up a foul, and hopefully she's okay. She's might have twisted that ankle a little bit. And that would not be a good thing for a 3-0 Air Force squad. And she's able to hop back up. So hopefully she's okay.
Very unfortunate for Winters after fouling out in the previous game. Now she has to go out with what seems like an ankle injury. Seems to be walking well, no noticeable limp, so we should probably see her later.
Hess will check into the lineup for her. Coach Brumfield keeping us entertained over here at the scorer's table.
And she's right. Anytime there are bodies on the floor, it's important for that wet spot to come up. You want to mitigate the risk of injury.
Myers bounce pass into the paint, and a foul called on Daisha McMillan. She was battling Ariel Thomas. Navy just being tough today.
They are. They're competing. They're being tough. They're running their sets.
Exactly the kind of game you want here at this Armed Forces Championships. Thomas on the baseline, turn around, yes!
And that's good basketball out of bounds play. Get the ball in, multiple passes, reverse the ball. They got it in the post, and Thomas converts.
Air Force down 3 here. 1 possession game. Clock winds under 7 minutes to play in quarter number 2.
Navy's really playing this matchup zone well. They know where their man is that they're guarding and forcing Air Force into outside shots. Good job.
Henderson down with the rebound. Making her presence felt on the offensive and defensive glass. Wood wanted a 3. They're definitely not going to give that to her. She gets her shot blocked by Shaq Wade.
And it's hard to shoot over Wade, as long as she is, athletic as she is. But Navy gets it back.
Myers running the floor. Nelm Shivers has it knocked away. And will they call the foul on her? And they do call a foul on Nelm Shivers.
Unfortunately, turning the ball over there, compounding that with the foul. A little frustrated there.
That's her first. First team foul on Navy here in the second quarter. Air Force has 4. 6 minutes to play. 19-16 the score. Navy. Immel, low block, kicks it out for Foot. Foot trying to get into the interior. And how about that Navy defense?
Forcing the turnover, and give Wilson credit. Very active there, hands on balls. Great job by Navy.
Danae Wilson listed at 5'3", Katie Foot listed at 6 foot, and Wilson got the better of that one.
Where Wilson lacks in size, she makes up for it in heart. Very determined.
The ball poked away by Katie Foot. That Navy D is just playing bigger than they are.
Yes, and again, they're very competitive, very active, very aware of their assignments. Playing well so far.
And I think it's a testament as that ball is thrown away, and that's going to be a backcourt violation. So an unforced error there for Navy. But realistically, a lot of players are doing good things because Air Force has shut down Kira Wood, but everybody else is stepping up.
Anytime you as a team are in the lead and your best player isn't necessarily having the offensive output that you're normally accustomed to against an undefeated team, you're doing a great job.
Shaq Wade from 3. Last touched by Air Force. And Danae Wilson a little slow to get up.
Wade a little frustrated as she comes out of the game, unable to get going offensively, forced into taking outside shots.
Wood will bring it into the front court for Navy. 3 on the way, got it! Just her second bucket of the game. She's got 6.
Anytime she sees daylight, she is not going to be shy about putting it up, as you saw there. Can shoot off the dribble or the catch.
Wood has 5. I gave her a 3 when it was a 2, so it's 21-16. Navy with 5-point lead, but Katie Foote cuts that by 2.
Great find by Sands. Was doubled in the short corner. Foote with the excellent cut leading to the layup.
Offensive foul. And that's 3 on Ariel Thomas.
Ariel Thomas has to know how valuable she is to her team on the interior.
Couple substitutions here as Nelm Shivers and Thomas come out. Tallman and Myers back in. Coach Bromfield definitely trying to rotate his bigger post players. Keep a little size in here against Air Force. Phillips. And a double dribble violation on Air Force.
Great help defense there by Ariana Henderson, forcing the missed layup.
Danae Shimandi back into the game for Air Force. Clock winds under 4 to play in quarter number 2. A fast-moving first half.
Yes, even with that, Navy's in no rush offensively, being very deliberate, wanting to execute, looking for their opening.
Ball knocked out of bounds. Shot clock is under 10. Coach Bromfield signaling the play from over here in front of our position.
Her team certainly gets the message when she speaks.
3 on the red clock. Wilson's got to hurry, and she's going to run out of time.
Got to be aware that the shot clock was winding down. Unfortunate turnover for Navy there.
So they actually called Danae Wilson for an offensive foul there as well. Foote lost it, but Whitney Williams there to pick it up for Air Force. And now it's Foote driving, and that ball poked away by Myers. Foote ends up back with it. Splits the defense, can't connect. But it's Navy down with the rebound.
Navy's very active on defense. That leads to fast break opportunities.
Myers once again telling her team what she wants them to do.
She's a calming, steadying force, and that's good to have on your team, especially from one of your veterans and better players.
5 on the red clock. And a 3-second call on Erica Tallman. So that's 2 consecutive possessions that it hasn't worked out for Navy.
Yes, Tallman was in the paint, calling for the ball, tried to reverse seal, didn't get it. Got to flash in and out so you don't get that 3-second call.
Catherine Hess. Rebound taken down by Myers. Henderson. And a bad pass. Looking for Tallman. And Sarita Brumfield wants to talk about it. 2:21 to play here in the first half. Navy up by 3. From a Navy team that's playing some pretty good D, and right now with 2:20 to play in the first half, a 3-point lead. Air Force probably a little shell-shocked here. And a foul, and it's going to be Air Force back on the defensive end. Katie Foote whistled for the foul, her first. Kira Wood handling the rock, back in the game for Navy. She's got 5 points, a quiet 5 points, but she stops and pops there. And it's Foote skying for the rebound. And Angela Myers gets tied up with Foote. And they're going to whistle a foul on Tallman, and that's going to be her third.
Very unfortunate. Navy wants to finish this half strong with 2 minutes left. You've done a great job right now establishing control of this game. You want to sustain it. You're competing. You're doing what Coach Broomfield has asked.
I believe that's on Myers, and if so, that's her. Nope. And that's going to be on Tallman, so that's her fourth. That's big trouble now.
That is. That really impacts Navy's depth off the bench as we see Springer coming to the scorer's table.
Kaylee Springer, a lieutenant junior grade out of Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, checks in the lineup for Tallman. First time we're seeing Springer today. Catherine Hess will be at the free throw line. So they're having a discussion at the scorer's table about how many team fouls, so they know if Air Force is in the double bonus. And so there is a two-shot opportunity here for Katie Foote. She missed the first one. Last touch by Air Force. Wood to bring it up floor for Navy. Springer, turnaround shot off the glass, too strong. Williams down with the rebound. Traveling violation on Katie Foote.
Katie Foote started to go before she dribbled. Got to pause for poise, one thing at a time.
So some uncharacteristic mistakes by Air Force. And Navy, another chance to capitalize. 3-point lead. Danae Wilson. Yes, a three for Danae Wilson. 24-18 to score. We're under a minute to play here in the first half.
Great drive and kick by Angela Myers. Drives baseline and finds Wilson in the opposite corner. He nails the catch and shoot three.
Springer down with a big rebound. Navy up 6, looking for more. Wood threw it into traffic.
You want to be sure of your passes. No maybe passes.
And a traveling violation by Whitney Williams.
Possession of the basketball is too valuable to take it for granted, especially the way you're playing right now. Holding for the last shot here. You want to go in the locker room with some positive momentum.
Myers. Danae Wilson, open look for three. Yes! Danae Wilson back-to-back triples. 9-point lead for Navy, 5 seconds. Hess for three. And a foul on Foote right before the buzzer.
Navy is spirited right now, and they have a chance to add some points to their lead going into the halftime. This will bode well for them in halftime with this momentum.
Wood gets the opportunity with 0.2 seconds to add to that 9-point advantage. And if Navy would go to the locker room with a 10-point lead at the half, that would not have been on the bingo card, I bet.
Quite honestly, I didn't expect that, as well as Air Force has been playing. But as we saw last night with the winless men's Marine Corps team who defeated an undefeated Navy team, here we go again with the winless team here trying to get their first win against an undefeated Air Force team.
Danae Wilson, 8 points, 2 big triples in this second quarter. Air Force, some work to do. We'll head to the half. 10-point lead for Navy. Let's look at the highlights.
time. We on a conquest. Came a long way. Look at the progress. I see no competition. It ain't no contest. You ain't in discussion. Not even a prospect. Yeah, you better go and get to meditating. Yeah, we coming for you, no hesitation. Might as well call the league up. Tell them put the trophy on reservation. Been going up, that's elevation. No holding back, no preservation. Treat off season like postseason. No days off, this dedication.
Game time, don't expect us to play nice. We got plans to take every record home. One thing you should know is how to.
Yeah, you better go and start meditating. Yeah, we coming for you, no hesitation. Look. Yeah, no holding back, no preservation, no off days, this dedication. Game time, get out the way, we coming through. Check the hang time, been on top, ain't nothing new. A lot of talk, whole lot of noise, but ain't cutting through. One on roll, you got a couple L's, you'll have another soon, don't sweat. Whole lot of sacrifice, no regrets. Whole lot of dubs, but ain't done yet. Say you the one, but ain't one yet. Running the game, ain't take one step. Hold up. Yeah, all emotions aside. There's nowhere to run, there's nowhere to hide. How you gon' play when the game on the line?
Game time, don't expect us to play nice. We got plans to take every record home. One thing you should know is how to.
Yeah, you better go and start meditating. Yeah, we coming for you, no hesitation. Look. Yeah, there's nowhere to run, there's nowhere to hide. How you gon' play when the game on the line? Came for the dirt, but it ain't no shame. Had to put the work in, grind day by day. All the blood, sweat, tears, no pain, no gain. I was ready for the moment and it came my way. Where the spotlight shine, when they say my name. It's the life I chose, the price I paid. A lot of sacrifices every day I prayed. Hope it all pays off in the end. I'll play, I wanna win. Seen a lot of things, ain't been the same since. Worked too hard for this, yeah, I'm convinced. Been on the brink, yeah, been on the fence. Now I'm this close to the win-win-win. When the chance came, now I didn't turn back. Loyal to the city, put the team on the map. Up to the floor, start running up stats. Yeah, that's facts. Yeah, you better go and start meditating. Yeah, we coming for you, no hesitation. Look. Yeah, there's nowhere to run, there's nowhere to hide. How you gon' play when the game on the line?
someone I'm not. But I was raised on Rizzo. I can be hot and not a 00. I'll be my own superhero. Perfectly imperfect, cause this body gives me strength, though. I'm not the girl I thought I would be, but now I wouldn't change a single thing. Used to compare myself to everyone else, afraid of standing out. I pushed me down, but I can shine so bright, I can laugh. I should never feel worthless. I don't miss that girl from the past.
Start of the second half here in game number 2 of the day between the Navy and Air Force. It's the women, and right now the Navy with a 10-point advantage. They lead 28-18. And how about Danae Wilson? A couple of big three-pointers late in that second quarter. She has 8 points to lead the way, 6 points for Kira Wood. Right now, 7 points from Kaylin Emmel leads the Air Force in the scoring column. Katie Foote has 5. But how about this, Joel? 3 points for Tiara Phillips and no points for Shaq Wade for Air Force. But that's not what Coach Lewis told me at halftime that he was interested in. He said, we got to play better D.
Absolutely. Very surprising that Wade is not in the scoring column yet. She gets very aggressive here early to establish herself and earn a trip to the free throw line. But yes, they do have to stop Navy on the other end of the floor. Navy's playing very well offensively, getting what they want, executing their offense. So we'll see if that continues in the second half.
Springer gets the start here in the second half, picks up her first foul. Several players in some foul trouble, though, for Navy, and that could be an issue in the second half.
Yes. We have Tallman with 4 fouls, which impacts Navy's depth. And so it's important that Navy keeps their players on the floor.
Air Force 7 out of 10 from the free throw line in the first half.
Good to see Winters back in the game after tweaking her ankle, going for a loose ball.
9-point lead for Navy. Thomas has 3 fouls. Tallman has foul trouble. Winters coming back the other way. Myers took a spill. Emmel can't finish, but Phillips is there.
Air Force had the numbers, and that's why you don't give up on the break. You never know what the result of the layup's going to be. Springer starts the second half in place of Tallman due to her foul trouble.
Throws it high up off the glass to Springer. And Air Force running the floor here offensively to start this second half. Nice pass. And Winters is down.
Looks like she took a shot in the face. She's having a very unlucky time right now, getting banged up. But great give and go action, even though she didn't convert.
So out of bounds on Air Force, so Navy will bring the ball up here. 3-0 run by Air Force to start this second half. I tried to talk to Coach Sarita Brumfield real quick before halftime was over, and she's like, I can't talk. I don't want to talk about it.
That makes sense. She wants to keep this mojo going that her team has established.
Thomas, an NBA 3. Shaq Wade attacking the bucket. She's stripped.
Good job by Myers. Wade was intent on the spin move. I think Myers knew she was going to go there, and she met her and stripped her.
Catherine Hess in for Sierra Winters for Air Force. Shaq Wade.
After setting the screen, Wade flashed, received the ball in the mid-post, turns around and drains it.
5-0 run for Air Force. Phillips down with the rebound and a foul.
Look for Phillips and Wade to establish themselves in the second half. Wade has dropped the bucket. Phillips is dominating the glass early on.
Nelm Shivers was in the area, but you gotta, if you're Coach Brumfield, you're probably happy that foul was called on Springer. But I'm sure if you're Navy, you also knew that you were gonna face a run here from Air Force.
Yes, Air Force is not going to go away lying down.
Phillips with the rebound, nicely done. McMillan. And Air Force in trouble here as Henderson out on the run, and she will put it in. Their first basket of the game.
Great conversion by Navy on the leak out after the three-point miss by Air Force.
Shaq Wade. And a jump ball.
The two former SEC players tied up. Henderson, the former Georgia Lady Bulldog, and Shakira Wade, who played at Alabama. Great career, 131 games played, 100 games started.
Fourth all-time in steals at Alabama was Shaq Wade. Over 1,000 career points. Monster career at Alabama. Kara Wood, step back from 18. That's true.
And that's what she can do. She is a great outside shooter any day. Like, she's going to put it up with confidence, and it has a chance to go in.
4-0 run for Navy. That one in and out. Kira Wood, an open look three, and just missed connecting on that one.
Absolutely. Kira Wood tracking down the errant pass from Myers. Show, one dribble, pull up, and the foul to the line for three.
Kira Wood, an ensign from U.S. Coast Guard Sector Houston. And she makes the first one.
Even with Navy up big in the first half, Wood was slow in the scoring column. These three free throws might get her going the rest of the way.
Largest lead of the game now at 12 for Navy. Phillips. Hard to stop that.
Absolutely. She has great ability putting the ball on the floor, driving hard to the rack, and finishing through contact.
Lead down to 10. Kira Wood wants a three. Wow! Kira Wood!
8 consecutive points for Wood. Again, she's a very capable outside shooter. You cannot give her any daylight.
Point lead for Navy, their largest of the game. 5:41 to play here in the third quarter. Air Force trying to find some offense here. Shaq Wade. And an offensive foul. And Navy's good D continues here in the second half.
Absolutely. They're in this matchup zone. They're communicating, pointing their man, guarding who's in their area, help side defense. They're rotating well. They're really playing well in defense right now.
Kara Wood with 8 points for Navy here in this third quarter. Henderson. Skip pass all the way to the other side. She overthrew Wood.
Just a hair off there looking for Wood.
See head coach James Lewis there, intently looking on. Katie Hess. Ooh. And I'm not sure if that's on Springer. It is. That's 3 fouls on Springer. That's the third team foul. That's going to put Katie Foote at the free throw line. And Foote, 3 of 6. Make it 4 of 7. She's got 6 points in the game for Air Force. Shaq Wade gets it to drop.
The length, the athleticism, the awareness, the ball hawking skills of Wade. Great offensive rebound without going over the back and converts for 2.
Navy lead sitting at 10. And a foul from Patricia Martinez-Sands.
Sands a little overzealous there. Hip check for the body foul.
She creates so much chaos for ball handlers.
She's a spark off the bench for Air Force.
Absolutely. Myers had to pick up her dribble. Phillips is on. Kira Wood got that shot partially blocked.
And Phillips' length, even with Wood, trying to create space for the step back, leading to a transition 3 by Emmel.
10 points for Emmel, her second 3 of the game. She was a 29% 3 field goal shooter at the academy, and she's brought Air Force within 7. And a quick timeout on the floor. We'll take it as well. 3:54 left in the third.
Gotta treat every movement like a fight. One by a mile. Nobody believe it, they all in denial. Hey, look at me, look at me. Still in the show, that's the crook in me. They want me gone with the hook in me. Asking why is he here like I shouldn't be. I've been on grind since Auto. 10,000 hours the motto. They see the bag is coming out, they flocking to me like I won the lotto. Dancing with the devil, there's no recital. I'm killing competition, ain't no revival. I shoot it to kill it, I'm aiming for vitals. I'm showing no mercy when facing my rivals. Snakes in the grass, they getting exposed. I know they be lurking, I'm watching them close. Acting like friends, but really they foes. Thought they was scheming and said adios.
Back here at the Smith Fitness Center, a good one between Navy and Air Force. The Navy women with a 7-point lead, and Martinez-Sands steals it away. And Emmel doesn't finish. Shot partially blocked. Nice job by Springer defensively. And Air Force will reset here. Shaq Wade on the perimeter.
Air Force seems to have a bounce in their step right now, giving themselves multiple opportunities, active on defense.
And a 3-shot foul. Springer. And Coach Brumfield is asking how, but regardless, Katie Foot's at the free throw line.
Springer didn't give Foot landing space in that three-point shot, resulting in the foul, in 3 foul shots.
That's the 4th foul on Springer. And that one rims in and out.
Springer and Tallman with 8 fouls between them, impacting the depth down low for Navy.
So Navy with some numbers. Henderson all the way to the rack, can't finish. And Foot, ooh. And she helped up quick.
Henderson has been getting some great interior looks, just unable to convert on many of them.
She's got that mentality. Henderson, a walk-on who earned a scholarship at Georgia. That's not easy to do.
By any means, it's not. It's not easy to walk on any Division I squad, let alone one in the SEC.
Henderson again with the rebound. And reach in. And that's going to be a foul on Air Force. Shaq Wade. Mondi going to check in here for Wade with 2:55 left in quarter number 3. Navy has pretty much led throughout this game, Joel.
They have. Air Force is cut into that 13-point lead, which was the largest of the games, a 2-possession game now. Henderson at the line trying to extend this lead.
First free throw for Henderson won't go. Henderson's from Stone Mountain, Georgia, went to Chamblee High School. 2-year team captain. Ran track. Her sister ran track at Georgia Tech.
Athletic family and a multi-sport athlete.
7-point lead for Navy. 2:45 and counting here in quarter number 3.
Again, watch Navy point the zone, pointing their man, their matchup in this matchup zone.
Phillips left it short.
Great help defense there, extending herself. Milne Shivers.
Air Force extending that defense out, and it's Katie Foot. And a trip, and Foot hits the floor. But what a great defensive effort, but Air Force definitely extending that defense now out on Navy a little bit further.
Absolutely. We see so many teams trying to enter the post, the high post, and unfortunately Navy didn't seal. Foot got a hand in there, which led to the break.
Yeah, foul on Myers, her second, so Foot back at the free throw line. 11th free throw of the game coming up for her.
She's been very aggressive tonight, and good to see her get up after taking that spill on the floor.
Just 5 for 11, though, at the free throw line today. Air Force 48% as a team in this tournament at the charity stripe.
They've been doing a lot of other things well, hence their 3-0 start.
Lead back to 6 for Navy. Can they hold on? This would be the shocker of the tournament.
They're doing their best so far. A great offensive possession would go a long way right here.
A lot of basketball left. Ariel Thomas, and she's going to travel. Not the possession Navy was looking for.
It wasn't. She catches the ball in the mid-post. Air Force defense converges on her. She gets caught in no man's land. Sometimes you just have to kick it back out and go to the next thing.
Under 2 minutes to play here in the third. Foot. Rebounded by Myers. Another chance here for Navy. Try to get this lead to 8. Myers bounce pass. Danae Wilson. Not this time. Mondi found herself in trouble. Last touch by Navy.
Great job by Navy, even on the miss. Finding Air Force in a compromising position near the sideline, imploring the trap. Unfortunately, it went off on Navy. Coach Broomfield begging her team to extend the defensive pressure.
Mondi wide open, look for 3. She buried it.
Drilled that with confidence off the catch and shoot, finding a hole in the Navy defense.
And Air Force feeling it right now. They trail Navy now by just 3. The lead was once 13 for the Sailors. And a foul. And we talked about the men's game earlier, how physical it was. I don't know if it holds a candle to this one.
Bodies are on the ground, collisions, diving on the ball, couple of injuries. Air Force is not going to go away quietly.
This game's got it all. Ariel Thomas at the free throw line.
Dan, this tournament has it all. We've seen a little bit of everything.
But you really have. And a miss for Thomas. Thomas had 6 points in yesterday's loss to the Marine Corps. Shooting 7 of 15 for the tournament from the free throw line, 1 out of 2 on that trip. 4-point lead for Navy. Less than a minute to play, third quarter. Again, the implore to play defense further up. Nice backdoor cut for Sands. Couldn't finish. And a foul on Foot. And it's free throw time. And it looks like Myers going to the free throw line.
Both teams in the bonus. Navy here gets a chance to put more points on the board because, again, Air Force is going to keep coming. Phillips and Wade on the bench right now. I expect them to be fresh for the fourth quarter.
Myers hits the first. She's averaging 4.3 points a game in this tournament. The first team Patriot League performer in the 2009-10 season at the Academy in Annapolis. 41-36 the score.
About a 3-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Air Force milking it down.
Danae Wilson, the guilty party.
Just ran through Foot there on the attempt to set a ball screen.
And Foot will go back to the free throw line. It might just be her permanent spot on the court.
Either the free throw line or the floor. She's been on the floor a while, many times tonight.
13th free throw coming up. Makes the first. Foot's going to come out. Hess will come in for the final 9 seconds here. 4-point Navy lead. Time to get another bucket here.
9 seconds to go. Air Force looking to extend the pressure. I love Myers' leadership, directing traffic, always communicating with their team.
Plenty of time here. Wood. 5 seconds. Now this is a problem. It's a backcourt violation. And they actually gave Air Force enough time for a catch and shoot.
Be interesting to see what Air Force does here. But again, Navy has to be strong with the ball. Pass and catch. Pause for poise. One thing at a time.
And that is going to be the final play of this third quarter. Don't go anywhere. A 4-point game between Air Force and Navy. Back with the final 10 after this. Actually, check that, 10 minutes to play. It's a 4-point lead. And it's been a good one here between Air Force and Navy, and Patricia Martinez-Sands connects with the 3-ball, and it just got really tight.
Great zone buster there. Putting Wade in the middle of the zone. She looks opposite, finds Sands for the catch and shoot 3 in rhythm.
Thomas put it up, no good. Bodies hitting the floor in transition. Hess and Air Force has the lead.
Wade with another assist, even though she's not scoring much today. She's finding open teammates and creating plays for Air Force.
Navy has to settle down now. That ball out of bounds, last touch by Martinez-Sands.
Coach Sands, the spark off the bench, hands on balls, very active, willing to do all the little things for Air Force.
Pass fell out of bounds.
The activity for on both ends for Air Force has really picked up here in the latter part of the third and the fourth quarter.
Navy trying to get into the win column here. Foul from Hess. They're going to have their work cut out for them over the final 8:58.
Absolutely. Navy can really use a bucket here. Air Force is coming.
You know Army's sitting there rooting for Navy right now. That doesn't happen very often. Shot clock at 10. Nelm Shivers off the glass.
Great strong move by Nelm Shivers. Drives left, spins right, finishes strong at the basket.
Navy back on the high side. Shaq Wade had it knocked out of her hands. Nelm Shivers with 6 points. But a lot of great D today.
Absolutely, she's been very active on the interior. Here she is guarding Wade with the size mismatch.
And a 3! And how about that? Martinez-Sands. 2 threes here in this fourth quarter. And a 2-point lead for Air Force. Back after this.
our rule, that's a technical foul, so it's one technical foul shot, and then the ball goes into play at the division line for the white team.
Who flopped? Or was it Wade or which player?
Wade, number five on the second flop.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And our flops in our game, it's not penalized by the player, it's just penalized by the play. So it's not like it's against the player. That just reports as an administrative technical foul. And
Thank you.
Back here at the Smith Fitness Center, the officials explaining how Navy just got a free throw as Kira Wood drops in the technical foul. It was a flopping call.
It was fortunate for Navy to, get that free throw, kind of add a point to a board. They get the possession here.
Thomas wanted a three, and Henderson able to haul in the rebound.
Navy just needs to settle down now, kind of getting out of sync, regain that poise and control that they've had for the majority of the game, especially in the first half. You had to know Air Force was going to come back and make a game out of it.
Angela Myers gets an opportunity at the free throw line after a foul from Whitney Williams. Sarah Winters and Kaylin Immel are going to return to the Air Force lineup here. So Myers at the free throw line. 5 points tonight, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Navy was 7 of 9 from the free throw line in that third quarter, 10 of 13 for the game. And misses the first. Gotta hit these free throws.
Very important free throws down the stretch.
Myers, the lieutenant commander, Naval Academy graduate, San Antonio, Texas native, hits the second.
Coach Broomfield imploring her team to get a stop here, which would be very important.
This game tied at 45 in the fourth quarter. Immel and they call a backcourt violation.
Tallman back in the game with those 4 fouls, guarding Wade at the high post in that matchup zone.
Navy in that danger zone with still over 7 minutes to play and a lot of people with some fouls. Myers surveys, gets it into Thomas. Nice pass to Tallman.
Great post-to-post feed. It started with the post feed by Myers. Thomas finds Tallman for the 3.
Down low, Immel. It's Navy out of the pile. Henderson, 2-on-2. Throws it up and just can't get it to go in. Hard to get over Phillips.
Absolutely. But again, Henderson she's had a lot of interior looks. She's working her way to the basket. Way to make up for it there, Henderson, with a great help defense coming from the weak side to contest the shot.
Myers is a little slow to get back, and I'm not sure she's hurt. She's holding her back. That's not a good sign. Kira Wood back into the Navy lineup. Danae Wilson as well, so 2 3-pointer shooters back in the lineup for Navy here.
Yes, but with Myers going out, that would be a huge loss if she can't return. Her playmaking ability and her leadership.
Shot clock's at 9. Ariel Thomas, and 1.
Thomas is really making plays on the interior. On their previous possession, good post-to-post feed with the assist. There she calls her own number, and 1 going to the line.
Thomas with 5 points in the game. She had a 15-point game against Army earlier in this tournament. and she completes the three-point play, and Navy back up top by 5.
You gotta love how Navy has responded to Air Force's comeback attempt.
McMillan got closed out by Henderson, couldn't take the shot. Phillips, and just doesn't drop. And Phillips smacks her hands in frustration.
I think Navy's frustrated Army a bit this game.
Wilson saved a turnover for Navy right there. Wood into the paint. Has to pull it back out. 10 on the red clock. Turnover, Navy. Air Force back on offense. Shaq Wade and a blocking foul.
Wade being the aggressor there, drawing the foul.
That's the 4th on Ariel Thomas.
3 post players right now in Navy with 4 fouls. Thomas, Tallman, and Springer. Something to look out for.
And Myers is coming back to the scoring table as Shaq Wade drops it in. Let's watch that last play again.
Thomas with a great effort, unfortunately wasn't quite set, and her feet might have been on the arc.
Air Force 6 of 11 from the free throw line here in this second half. It's a 3-point game. Clock approaches 5 minutes to play here in quarter number 4.
We might be in for a treat these last 5 minutes of the game. Neither team is going to back down. Wade, great defensive play, just taking the ball from Myers.
Winters tried to finish on the other end, and a whistle.
This has been a very physical game between Air Force and Navy.
Foul on Henderson, her 3rd. I'd say everybody gets their money's worth in the foul department.
You have 5 to use.
Let's look at that last one again. Two free throws from Winters, cuts it to a stick man advantage for Navy. 4:51 and counting. 4th quarter, it's been a great one here at the Smith Fitness Center between Navy and Air Force. And Wade comes up with the loose ball.
Navy attempted a dribble handoff, and Wade just takes the ball coast to coast.
9 points in this second half for Shaq Wade. Navy down by a point. Henderson. Rebound by Air Force. They're on the run. Immel back to Phillips. She finishes.
That's great basketball. Phillips finds Immels with a bounce pass back to Phillips for the layup.
3-point lead for Air Force, trying to stay undefeated in this tournament if they can get by Navy. Navy looking for their first win of the tournament and a blocking foul.
Something of note, Kira Wood has been quiet lately since that barrage in the 3rd quarter, those couple of threes. Hopefully they get her back in the game.
Wood had 9 points in that 3rd quarter. Timeout on the floor. We better take it as well, partner. I need a breather. 3:55 to play. Air Force by 3. 3:55 left in this one. Dan Hawkins, Joel Hines, and we've been treated by Navy Air Force here in this women's game this afternoon.
Good matinee basketball.
Navy down by 3, needing a bucket here. You don't want to let Air Force extend this out. Navy and a foul, and Myers took that one hard, and that is going to be a foul on Tiara Phillips, the senior out of Beaverton, Oregon. Excuse me, senior airman out of Beaverton, Oregon.
Out of that timeout, Coach Broomfield tried to run a play for Kira Wood on the elevator screen at the top, and Phillips gets called for the foul, running through Angela Myers.
That's the second foul on Phillips today, and Myers at the free throw line. She's got 6 points in the game, 2 of 4 from the free throw line, and buries that one.
She does a little bit of everything for Navy.
Buries both. Big free throws there. Air Force still on the high side by 1. Phillips lays it up and in.
That 3-2 zone again, Phillips found the hole, and what she does well is drive the basketball to a finish.
That ball will stay with Navy. Phillips with 11 points for Air Force. And a clock issue. Ariel Thomas into the paint. And an offensive foul. And that is going to do it for Ariel Thomas with 3:09 to play. Big loss.
Yes, Navy cleared the side for Thomas. Winters was waiting for her in the right block and takes the charge.
6 points and her day is done. It's up to her teammates now if they want to win it. 3-point lead for Air Force. Immel, double teamed, kicks it out for Winters. McMillan finds Shaq Wade underneath, lays it up and in.
And even though Wade finished that play, great job by Immel when she drove. The defense converged. She did not panic, found her teammates, and they went on to the next best thing.
And Winters back in the thick of things with her 4th foul. And Ariana Henderson, lieutenant junior grade out of Naval Air Station, North Island, California, misses the first.
Free throws are paramount with 2.5 minutes to go if Navy wants to give themselves a chance to win this game.
0 for 2 on that trip. Air Force has scored 20 points in this 4th quarter. And a huge shot. And Air Force leads by 8.
It might be too early to say that's a dagger, but that's a big-time shot by Winters in the corner.
Henderson in and out. Gets her own rebound. And a foul. And if that's on Winters, that's 5. And her day is done after potentially delivering that big dagger.
That's 2 consecutive games she's fouled out.
And Angel Keith's going to come into the Navy lineup. And Winters is done. Foote is into the game. Tallman out of the game. Got to have these free throws. Seven points on the afternoon for Henderson.
Coach Broomfield imploring her team to get a stop here.
Still a two-possession game right now. We're under 2 to play. Wild one at the Smith Fitness Center. Shaq Wade, step back. Buried it.
Wade is a player. Drains the baseline mid-range jump shot.
Danae Wilson for 3. No. Foote back with another big rebound. She's had a heck of a game. See that last shot. Three players in double figures for Air Force. Can they hold on against Navy? Phillips. And now Air Force happen to maybe let some time run off the clock.
Absolutely. They have established control of this game, and now that they have the lead in crunch time, they are not panicking. Score and time is in their favor.
Nice play by Angel Keith. Henderson running the floor. Up off the glass, it's good.
Good finish by Henderson. She's been attacking the basket all night. Finally gets one to go in.
Clock rolls under a minute to play. It's a 6-point lead for Air Force. Navy not giving up.
As they should not. Still a two-possession game here.
Immel, Euro step, no. Fight for the loose ball, it's Henderson. Up ahead in transition to Danae Wilson and Shaq Wade. Almost with the steal.
There's no quit in Navy, still battling on the defensive end, even though they've relinquished their lead.
Timeout on the floor. We'll keep it here. I know this is a tough one. It's tight here. But hey, we still got a whole nightcap to go.
We do. The Marines versus Army, both on the men's and the women's side. Very much looking forward to that. Both teams opened up this tournament against each other. As with our first two games, it'll be interesting to see the adjustments that coaches make the second time around in this round robin.
Better get that dinner in, partner.
That's what we plan to do right after this final buzzer, huh?
This has been a fun one. We'd be remiss, the whole Armed Forces sports staff, the Fort Moore Fitness Center staff. I mean, everybody doing such a wonderful job. Our crew, the Second Audiovisual Squadron, putting this live stream together. First class tournament here.
Absolutely, everything is class.
Navy to inbound with 35 ticks left. Need points, they need it in a hurry. Myers into the game. Puts it up. And it's Shaq Wade down with the rebound. Backcourt pressure here by Navy, and Kara Wood finally gets the foul with 20 seconds left.
Right now, Navy has to hope that Army misses a couple of, well, they're not quite in the bonus yet. One more foul, Air Force will be in the bonus.
And Angel Keith does just that, and that will put Shaq Wade at the free throw line. couple of free throws, though, here.
Makes it a 3-possession game.
Gonna be tough. Shaq Wade, 13 points in the game. Make it 14. Credit Navy, they kept her off the scoreboard in the first half. All of her points here in this second half.
Absolutely, and that's a testament to the type of player that she is.
"16 seconds left to play here. A quick 30-second timeout. You think about that Army and Marine Corps men's matchup. Brandon Mitchell has the Marine men playing really well. They got a big-time win over Navy last night.
They did, and I'm very much looking forward to this matchup, Marines versus Army. On the Army side, you got Colton Ray. On the Marine side, you got Harris and Carter. It's going to be a great matchup.
So don't forget, we still have 3 more full days of action. And in fact, at the conclusion of this game, partner, we will be at the official halfway point in terms of games.
Again, it's a marathon. We're almost there.
We're about to crest the mountaintop in 16 seconds.
We've seen some great basketball, competitive basketball, and I expect the rest of the way to be even better.
A lot more coming up here from Fort Moore, Georgia. We're on the air every day at 10 o'clock on the Armed Forces Sports YouTube and Facebook page. So keep dialing in. Navy in trouble, and Immel steals it away, and I think that's going to do it here. And Air Force going to get out of town with a win here. But a hard-fought game from Navy here this afternoon.
Absolutely. I know they're going to be disappointed with this loss, but they have nothing to hang their head about. A lot of positives to take from this game moving forward in the tournament. Way to fight.
So an 8-point loss for Navy. 8 points for Angela Myers. 10 points for Ariana Henderson. So Kira Wood again in double figures, just not enough. They did have a 13-point lead at one point in this game. For Air Force, Shaq Wade, 15 points all in the second half. 11 points from her running partner, Tiara Phillips. And Air Force now 4-0 in the tournament. Navy drops to 0-4. That's going to wrap up our coverage for this game. For my partner, Joel Hines, our second audio visual squad crew, I'm Dan Hawkins. So long from Fort Moore.